Had breakfast at Denny's nearby. There's the hotel. We're trying to figure out where to go for Kentucky Kingdom. It did say gate 4. Figure I'll just drive in. I probably could have walked, but it looks like it's about a mile. After a day at a theme park, I really don't want to walk an extra mile if I don't need to. Parking $12. Oh, free parking today. Perfect. Good thing I drove. I have not used this entrance before because the only times I've been here, the fair was going on, so I used a different parking lot. I'm not familiar with this at all. I still have no clue where I'm going. I just know generally where the park is. I spy an RMC. Pull through, not hit this giant group of people. We're good to go. Hey guys, Theme Park Mark here. We're ready for another day of running roller coasters. It's Wednesday. I'm at Kentucky Kingdom today. Just parked up. It was actually free parking today, which is nice. I actually thought I booked parking online ahead of time, but I actually didn't because my hotel's actually so close to the park. I thought maybe I would want to walk. Wasn't sure. We'll just see when I get there. Then I got to the gate and it was just said free parking. So I just drove on in. I actually parked up right near the main gate. So very good today. Doesn't look to be too busy, although I did see a few school buses pull in. But they do have a water park here, so hopefully that'll keep the lines down. And you can get plenty of rides in on Storm Chaser and Lightning Run. Some of the other good coasters here too, like Thunder Run is pretty solid. And so is Kentucky Flyer. So looking forward to get back on those and taking you guys along with me. And giddy up. It's a nice little entrance plaza. And I'm in. I'm gonna head this way for, I guess, Lightning Run first. Hopefully it doesn't get too huge of a line here at the start of the day. Otherwise, maybe I'll just work my way to the back of the park to start. It's also a few minutes before park open. It looks like they do let people in early and then they just kind of hold them at a holding point, which is pretty much how all theme parks should do it. There's a lot of them that don't, and everybody just bunches up in the plaza and people don't get let in until park opens. So they have a nice little mini frisbee ride and a Lake Erie Eagles like ride, one at Cedar Point. So this is Lightning Run here. This really caught me by surprise. First time I rode it. Doesn't look very imposing, but some of these hills, they're like RMC like airtime that it provides. This is actually a pretty wild ride, despite it not being very tall and not looking very intense. But it's a great ride. I haven't seen a train dispatch yet, but there are people up in the station. So go check it out. Maybe ride this later if it's not open right now. back row on Lightning Run. Wow. It was still in the morning. Felt I was running a little slower than usual, but still an amazing ride for being just so unassuming. I think the park in Arizona, in Phoenix, is getting one like this. Whenever that opens, maybe next year. One train ops today, but that's perfectly fine since it's a quiet day. I think I'm gonna go for one more ride on this since it's like kind of on its own at the beginning of the park here, near the entrance to the park. I think all the other coasters are in the back, whereas there's other flat rides here at the front that I'll probably check out later. For now, I'm just gonna go hit up all the different coasters, starting with the second ride on this. Had a second ride on Lightning Run. Kid just walked up to the entrance and asked somebody, "Oh, is this a roller coaster?" You have no idea, kid. You have no idea. Some more flat rides. I'm gonna head to the other side of the park, and I think I'm gonna do Kentucky Flyer next. Walk around the water park as well, or around the outside of the water park, I believe, to get to it, if I remember correctly. Nice classic car ride here, Tin Lizzie's. Might be fun to do later. So this park is kind of split into two sections. There's a road kind of going between it and a couple of ways to cross. One is this bridge that I'm on, which is right by the classic cars ride. The other is a crossing walk that's right through there on the other side of this balloon ride. And I think the junior coaster's over on that side. Roller Skater, I think it was called. I'm gonna start heading this way. This part takes you into the water park, and you kind of walk around it. You can get to Kentucky Flyer from there, as well as a few other rides. This is the road that it crosses over, and there's the crosswalk. It's another entrance to the parking lot, because I believe I used this when the state fair was going on. Came through here and went to the other parking lot. And that's where I parked both times prior to this. And here's the water park with the wave pool right there. Some water slides in the back. It's like a pretty decent sized water park. It's right smack dab in the middle of the park too. Whereas Michigan's Adventure the other day was kind of off to the side. It's all included in the admission, which is great. Ferris wheels over here, and I'm headed towards Kentucky Flyer. Nice little plaza area. I don't believe I've ever been back here before, so I usually approach Kentucky Flyer from the back of the park, usually coming from Storm Chaser. more of the water park. I believe I'm actually walking through the water park right now. More of the water park. And the entrance to Kentucky Fire. It's right here. Pretty good wooden coaster from what I remember. I didn't ride it last year. It closed down right as I was about to ride, and it was right near the end of the day, so I decided to do Lightning Run instead. So let's ride Kentucky Flyer. Not much of a line. That's what I like to see. As a doozy anyway. Front row in Kentucky Flyer. Short but sweet. Very smooth, very comfortable. Love the padded seats. It feels like it was a Gravity Group ride. I haven't looked up who it was, and I can't remember who it was, but I think it's Gravity Group. After getting bruises on Who's Your Hurricane yesterday, it's nice to ride a wooden coaster. It's not going to beat me up. Very refreshing. I think the other wooden coaster does beat you up, from what I remember. And I think that's next up, Thunder Run. It's pretty much on the other side of the water park, so I'm gonna head over that way. Walk around the back of the park, headed towards, in the direction of the Rapids ride, and where T3 used to be. My first visit, T3 was SBNO. It still existed, but I don't think it ever opened again. And now it's closed and gone. Hopefully they bring in another coaster in the future. Maybe something a little bigger and better. But I don't mind missing that credit. It's the Rapids ride. Looks like it's actually open, and there are people on it. Kind of see them. Not a big fan of Rapids rides. Basically just a cruel roulette in getting soaked. So I will skip that for now. Maybe I'll ride it later, I don't know. Gonna continue on towards Thunder Run. I think this is where T3 stood, if I remember correctly. My memory's a bit foggy though. Still headed towards Thunder Run. Maybe it was this Larson loop that took its place. This seems like a more likely place where the T3 used to be. Anyways, back to Lightning Run, or Thunder Run actually, the wooden coaster. It's actually over here, and the entrance is kind of in a weird little path right underneath it. There's a little path in between here. That's where the entrance for Thunder Run is. The exit. The entrance should be up here. Kind of hard to find. There's the entrance sign. It's kind of tucked away. Very hidden entrance. If I can get the next train. No line, and this sounds like it's on 2 trains. So well done, Kentucky Kingdom. I love it. It's on 1 train. I must have just heard the train coming back into the station as I was coming in, thinking it was on 2, but it's on 1. But that's perfectly fine. There's no line. Yeah, 1 train is A-okay with me. Just did front row ride. I'm gonna do a back row as well. Wasn't as rough as I remember. Pretty decent airtime on it too. I'm guessing it's gonna be fairly rough in the back though. But we shall see. Alright, so run done. Just did a row 7 ride, so kind of mid-train-ish. Back was all taken with people and I didn't want to wait another train because I'm impatient. Operations were fantastic, I gotta say. It's really just a 2-person team with 1 train and they're killing it. Like probably some of the fastest 1 train ops I've ever seen, so very good. And operations have been very good pretty much at all the coasters so far. 1 more to go. I'm gonna walk over to the junior coaster to kind of show that off. It's called Roller Skater. I've actually ridden it a couple of times. I rode it with a friend who was getting the credit, so I figured I'd ride it again. Fun little junior coaster. There it is. Just on the other side of the carousel here. So then the last of the 5 coasters is an RMC, and a very good one. So that's up next. Here we got a Shoot the Chutes ride, Mile High Falls. It is open. It's a pretty humid day too. But I think I'll pass on a ride that focuses on just getting people soaked. On the other side of that is the last coaster. The last of 5. Looks like quite a splash. And now the highlight. RMC, easily the #1 in the park, but Lightning Run is actually pretty close behind in my book. This is a really good RMC. It starts with an inversion too on the drop, just like Twisted Timbers. So good. It's been a little while since I checked in. Did a back row ride on Storm Chaser. Heat kind of got to me after that, so I wanted to have a little chill out, get hydrated again, have a little water break. So I did that. Now I'm back for a few more rides on the Storm Chaser. Awesome RMC. Just got done with 3 more rides on Storm Chaser, mostly towards the front. Just what a ride. So yeah, finished all 5 coasters, I'd say, within about 2.5 hours. Probably a little less than that, and that's with some re-rides. So I feel like this is probably a half-day park if you're a roller coaster enthusiast. You just want to get the credits and get a few re-rides. There's other parks in the area you could probably hit in the same day. Kings Island is about 2 hours away to the east. Holiday World, which I'll be at tomorrow, is about 2 hours away to the west. Indiana Beach is about 2.5 hours to the north. And you also have Beach Bend Park, about, I think, an hour and a half to the south. I have never been to that park. Probably go there at some point. There's a pretty good GCI, looks like there, so that's something that could probably be paired with this park. Otherwise, if you want to make it a full day, you can do a full day of riding coasters and just get as many rides in as you can. I'd recommend coming here on the weekdays. Weekends is a little bit busier, but you can still probably get a good number of rides in. You could also make it a full day of doing theme park, water park, just kind of going back and forth between the two. So I'm going to take a break now, get something to eat, and then probably start heading back towards Lightning Run, get more rides there, and just kind of keep getting some more re-rides throughout the park. Might also go live a little bit later too, kind of walk around the park, just kind of show it off. Another look at Roller Skater. It's a cool little display. History of roller coasters. Magnum, I love it. King to Ka, maybe later in the trip. Very cool. I definitely have to ride this. Rode one like it at Six Flags St. Louis last one. It's very fun. Try to catch the next cycle. Scream Extreme.
Ground before the ride begins. The maximum weight limit for gondola is 390.
It was a good fun ride. It's not particularly intense or anything. You just feel a little bit of pressure. Feels kind of like a Huss Enterprise almost. Just obviously more open air and your feet are dangling, but still good ride. 5D Cinema. Curious what that is. Didn't find any food places open, but I found one here by the water park, Bayou Cafe, so try that out. Also walked by Lightning Run again, had no line, so it would have been rude for me not to ride it. I had to have another ride on that. So it's been a while since I last checked in. I did take a break and eat for a bit, then went back up to the front of the park to do a live stream, and as soon as I went live, a giant storm came in, as per usual. It's right now about 2 hours before park close, or what the park was scheduled to close, but the park is now officially closed early, 2 hours early, because of this insane weather. So quite the finish to the day, but was able to ride everything that I wanted to. Even did some additional flat rides that I hadn't done before on previous visits. Just had, overall, it was a really great day up until the last couple of hours. Operations were fantastic, staff was friendly. Just had an overall great time. This is a really nice park and definitely worth a day visit, especially if you want to do the water park. Highly recommended. Good collection of coasters, good collection of rides, and just a nice park. Good visit, and it's right in between a whole bunch of other theme parks, so definitely plenty of reasons to visit, and definitely plenty of reasons for me to come back in the future. I do believe that they're going to honor today's ticket for a free visit at any time in the rest of the season, which is always great. I do have a free day in a couple of days. I might come back, might not, haven't decided yet. But since I did pretty much everything I wanted to today, I think I'm satisfied. So tomorrow, up next is Indiana Beach. Nope. Up next tomorrow is actually Holiday World. I keep calling it Indiana Beach. It's an Indiana park, but it's a better Indiana park. I'm excited for Holiday World, excited for Voyage tomorrow. New credit with Good Gravy, and checking out some of the other rides there, like Thunderbird and Legend, also very good coasters. Thunderbird's actually my favorite B&M wing coaster, so looking forward to that. That's what's next. Thanks guys for watching. Till next time.